So many of us live in this constant illusion that we must try hold on to very tightly to everything that we have in order to keep our life to being good, to everything be well. But often we don't realize that act of holding on too tightly is keeping ourselves stuck, assuring that only way is to the downhill, because nothing lasts forever and we are not giving possibility to anything outside of something new to come, and we are blocking, preventing ourselves from getting any kind of help outside of us. We are constantly sending messages of unbelief and mistrust to everything that is. We are constantly just trying to force things and doing everything alone, and that is just reinforcing that belief system and keep making sure that you will stay alone, and everything just goes harder and harder and until you can't anymore hold on to and have no more strength and energy to do those things. It is like you are constantly fighting against the current when you just could go with the flow and go with the current and seeing when you are more open and receptive how much everything else will just flow more easily and everything will work more easily. It wouldn't make sense that this universe and this world just constantly forces us to go inwardly more and more and trying to endlessly force us to make us alone to make everything work. It is completely impossible, and there is no sense in that. There is so much possibilities in around you and so much help, so much possibilities. If you look at the nature in itself, it works most beautifully and effectively when it is just this and did not try to force anything, try not to be anything else that it is. Everything just is and flowing constantly. We often stress too much, try to handle everything alone, like I have done myself in the past. But it is just not sustainable way of living and not productive way, and there is so much help and things to gain if you just could say yes to everything that is. Why are you constantly denying help? There is so much support around you when you just learn to see and understand. It is your creator and the universe that the creator have created. There is so much things to help you, but end of it all, it can't be forced upon you because the creator itself have so much respect and goodness that he have gave us the possibility to have our own free will and to decide. So anything can't be forced upon us without our own consent. And that is why we have to be vigilant and understanding about these things. And often the only thing that actually is blocking ourselves to succeeding, it is ourselves, because we are unconsciously constantly denying everything that is, everything that was meant for us, for our goodness, well-being. We are constantly saying no. Have you ever recognized how when you just some way let go and just don't try to force everything will naturally work so much better, and you can enjoy this life much more and everything feels quite right. It is not a coincidence. It is everything meant like that. And this life isn't so bad that we, and this world that we often think that it is. We are just creating it ourselves by our own thinking and way of seeing and how we are behaving and acting. I truly want all of you to don't be so closed on. Start truly living and enjoying and being in this moment and flowing. Not taking everything so seriously. Of course, these things are hard to integrate and understand when, if you have lived in the past, such an opposite way and have faced certain kind of difficulties and setbacks. But it is possible. I can speak on my own experience. How everything will show itself so much more beautifully. How much possibilities there it is. And just we can learn to trust and be willing to accept, to receive, to let go of that definitive control. Our Creator did not meant for us to always try to do everything alone and figure it out everything. It wouldn't just make sense. Your creator is always supporting you and this universe, and also the people, everything that is in this world. But how anything can help you if you are constantly denying that and running away, saying that I will do everything alone, that no thanks, I am fine alone, I don't need anything. Of course it is an option for do those things that way and do things hard way and then wonder why everything feels so hard and meaningless and there is no hope. But there is always that other option, and it is your choice to decide what you want, what kind of life you want to live and how you want to live it. But I have gave it the option you to today, the way of seeing differently, to choose differently. And of course I hope that you can take the meaningful path, less resistance, because then you can also shine more and give more, be everything that was meant you to be, and then you are naturally giving, completing everything around you more like it was meant to. Start truly living this life, opening your eyes and not taking everything so seriously. Give that possibility and look at what happens, and then you can decide again. But truly, if something haven't worked for you in the past, only way you to change those things is doing things differently. And that is why I encourage you to, on this point, in this thing too, to try something different, even if it is hard for you to believe that what I'm saying today to you. But this life is too short to be just repeating our own old mistakes again and again. Do things differently and give possibility for everything. That is the message of today. I thank you so much, highly, and being with me today. Always nice to help and share messages. Hope that I have given you something to think about. I hope you all the best, and if you're interested about personal coaching, be free to check out the description box below. But I hope we see you next time, and take care.